What is going on, everybody? Super Geek for Life here once again. Welcoming you guys to my NFL picks for week number 14. We are in the final quarter of the regular season, and there is a lot of playoff teams, a lot of teams that are still in playoff contention, especially in the AFC. There's a lot of teams that are around 500, that are at 500, still have a shot at making the playoffs. So with that being said, we're just going to get right into the picks, starting with tonight's Thursday night game between Houston and Jacksonville. I guess this was booked before the year because Houston is they've lost 10 in a row or something like that ever since they started off the year 2-0. I'll go with Jacksonville because why not? This might be the only time of the year I think Jacksonville will win a game. Indianapolis at Cincinnati. I'll go with Indianapolis, although they struggled mightily against who did they play? Who did they play last week? I think it was Tennessee they played last week against. I don't know, but Cincinnati, I expect them to underachieve in this game, even though I think they are favored at home. I think they'll underachieve, and I'll take Indianapolis to win. Atlanta at Green Bay. Maybe Aaron Rodgers plays, maybe not, but I don't think it will really matter because I think Green Bay will respond at home. They need this game, more so because of the division they're playing in, and plus the wild card. They need this win, and I think they will get it. Cleveland at New England. I'll go with New England. Oakland at the Jets. The Jets may be the most inconsistent team in all of football. They win one, they lose one, they win one, they lose one. It's one of those things that they're a young team. They'll get it figured out in the future. And plus, people saying that they should bench Geno Smith. I mean, benching him at this point is just not going to help for his mental state. As for Oakland, they're coming off a close loss on Thanksgiving to Dallas. Matt McGloin or something like that. He looked okay. They have some good pieces on offense, along with Darren McFadden, and defensively they're okay. I'll go with Oakland to win on the road. Detroit at Philly. This might be the early game of the week right here. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored. I think there's gonna be a lot of passing going on between Stafford and Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles has given this team a huge spark on offense in the passing game ever since Vic went down with a concussion, I believe, or was it an ankle or a knee or something? I'll go with Philly to win at home. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in this game. I think maybe 34, 31 in that range. Not Minnesota. Miami at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's coming off a Thanksgiving Day loss to Baltimore. Miami is... I really don't pay attention much to Miami. That's my fault. Miami's another team that's around 500. I believe they are 500. Pittsburgh around 500 as well at 5-7. These are two teams that need this game very badly because of the wild card race in the AFC. So I'll go with Miami to win, or not Miami, but Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh at home. They're the more desperate team at this point. And I think Roethlisberger will have himself a nice day, good year. Buffalo at Tampa Bay. I'll go with Buffalo because why not? I mean, I was kind of tempted to go Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay is playing really well as of late. But I'll go with Buffalo because why the hell not? Kansas City at Washington. Kansas City's had a 3-game losing streak. I think they'll snap that and they will. They'll get their first win over a month. Alex Smith threw the ball very well. I liked how they were able to go vertical more deep down the field against Denver last week. There's a hole to my Santa hat. That's embarrassing. But anyway, I liked how vertical they were in the passing game last week against Denver. Like I said before in previous videos, they have playmakers. They just choose not to be aggressive more with Alex Smith because they think he's somewhat limited. I think he is capable of being more than what he is under Andy Reid's offense. So I'll go with Kansas City to snap their 3-game losing streak. Minnesota at Baltimore. I'll go with Baltimore. I think Baltimore is another team that needs a win to stay pace with Cincinnati in the AFC North and with the wild card situation. Tennessee at Denver. I'll go with Denver. St. Louis at Arizona. I'll go with Arizona to rebound from last week. Giants at the Chargers. I'll go with the Chargers. Seattle at San Francisco. Seattle is by far, I think, right now the best team in the NFL, not just in the NFC. Defensively, they are just absolutely dominant on that side of the football. And Russell Wilson, who's kind of struggled at the beginning of the year, has really stepped up his game. He had a big game against New Orleans on Monday Night Football. It's gonna be a very physical, defensive-driven game in this one. I'll go with Seattle 17, 29ers 14. I think that'll be the final score in that game. Sunday Night Football, Carolina at New Orleans. Ooh, this might here be the game of the week. Period. You got a white hot, forget red hot, a white hot Carolina team has won 8 in a row, 9 in a row against New Orleans, who's coming off a loss to Seattle. A very embarrassing loss, I might add. I mean, coming into the week, people were saying this might be the game of the year in the NFC between New Orleans and Seattle. And New Orleans just got absolutely destroyed. Now, granted, they were on the road, and, people were saying, oh, well, Seattle, if they were playing at New Orleans, maybe it would be a different story. But I think New Orleans just got absolutely just manhandled in every facet of the game. As for a winner, I can't see New Orleans losing 2 in a row, but I can't see Carolina losing after being on such a roll that they are right now. I'll go with New Orleans to win. I'll go with them. It will not surprise me if Carolina goes into New Orleans and beats them, but I think this will be a high-scoring game as well. Even though Carolina's defense has been playing so lights out over the last month. And the Monday Night Football game, Dallas at Chicago. I'm assuming there's no Jay Cutler for this, but I think Josh McCown or Luke McCown or whichever McCown brother there is, I think will be just. I think will play just fine. However, I think Dallas will put up more points in the end than Chicago. I'm looking at this game more of a 24-17 type of game. I think it's going to be really cold in Chicago because it's December, Monday Night Football, nighttime, Chicago, stuff like that. I think the running game. I think Chicago really don't they struggle against the run, Chicago? I'm pretty sure they do. And if they do, it really doesn't matter because we all know Dallas ain't gonna run the football that much. I mean, they are about as consistent running the football as the Jets are as a team. Like it's ridiculous. They'll run the ball 30 times a game, 30 times one week, then they'll run it only 10 times the next week. There's not a consistent balance on offense with the Dallas Cowboys, and I really want them to be more aggressive in terms of running the football. And the thing is, they don't even have to run it well. If they can get 3-4 yards on first and second down, boom, you're in third down and 3, third down and 4, much more manageable third down situation than third down and 10, third down and 12, stuff like that. But I just hope I hope they show more of a conscious effort to run the football more. But anyway, those are my picks. Disagree if you want to or not. Until next time, Super Geek for Life signing off. Peace.